Hello everyone, Mixfant Gaming here. Welcome to my channel, your place for news and gameplay. Some good, some bad, and let's be honest, likely some rage and tilting. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell for notifications. Today is day 2 of the test server. We're going to take a quick look at it here. Today is the cryogenic weapons, as well as there is a new map to factory, so hopefully we can find that and see what it looks like. So I'm not going to dilly-dally too long, just take a quick look at my hangar. I won't even bother going through the pilot skill sets or typical stuff. Increased speed, increased durability, increased weapon damage, some healing. So there you have it for my skills and my pilots. So with that being said, let's take a quick look at what I'm actually running, and then we will go off from there. So first off, what we have here is the Loki here, running 3 Rime, anti-control, last stand, heavy armor kit. And we have the Mercury here running 2 Rime and Glacier, anti-control, last stand, thermonuclear reactor with the quantum radar. Next here we're running the Fenrir with 2 Cryo, Glacier, anti-control, last stand, heavy armor kit, and the advanced repair unit. Next we have the Ares running 2 Corona, 2 Halo, anti-control, last stand, thermonuclear reactor with quantum radar. And finally we have the Attribution here running 2 Glacier, anti-control, last stand, thermonuclear reactor, and the phase shift. So with that being said, let's get right into a battle here. Found a match right away. Awesome. Okay, what do we have? Oh, I'm guessing this is a factory. It's a bunch of squares and circles. Okay, well, let's run with the Attribution. Drop in here, running the Glaciers, which I thought they might have the new models this weekend, but apparently they don't. So let's see what this factory map, which is really just a bunch of squares, circles, cylinders, etc. I really thought Pixonic would have put a new map up at least a little bit more finished than that, at least a little bit of textures. Anyways, it seems to be a pretty small map too. To me, it looks like it's even smaller than the moon map. All right, let's go in here and see. Oh, okay, this guy went into phase shift. All right, so he's coming out of it. I think that's a Phantom. I'm not quite sure. I can't quite tell because of these blocks of... That's supposed to be weapons on my bot here. Okay, so he's in last stand. Yeah, it's a Phantom. So let's just hit him over here. Let's try to... Okay, he's gone behind cover. Let's look over here. What do we have here? Can I... No, he's out of range. So here comes the Phantom again. And oh, he's just out of range. Okay. Let's get in a little bit closer. We're going to have 1 second. Here's my flight. Let's go. It's flying up here. Let's see if we can take out this Phantom. Burn him up, and there we go. Okay, kill. And we have Al Guang coming at me here. He's got some resistance. Should try to get behind cover here if I can. Oh, look at the lag. He just teleported. It's almost like he was a Phantom. And he's just sitting there, which means he'll probably zip across the screen here. There we go. Oh, why did I know that was going to happen? Okay. So 4 seconds, I have my flight back. And okay, my flight back's here. Let's go. Let's see if we can take out this Al Guang now. He's behind that little structural wall. At least I assume that's supposed to be a wall. And come on, come on, come on. There we go, double kill. All right, now, what is this thing here? That's a Hades, I think. All right, so he has a... Oh, ouch. Phase shift. Let's protect my bot here a little bit. All right, and we have a Bulbasaur coming right into... Oh, okay, I'm slowed down a lot here now that I'm frozen. I'm not sure I like this. All right, let's see if I can get this Hades, and he's got his shield back. Okay. Come on, come on. Wear out your shield, wear out your shield. Okay, let's go. Find him behind him. Okay. He's got his last stand trigger. Phase shift's active now. Are we already 2 players down? Oh, jeez. They must have dropped out. Maybe they didn't like how the map looked. What? I can't see the map on the screen? Oh, that sucks. Man, this is pretty buggy. Okay, so Mercury time. Let's see what we can do here. I'm not a Mercury player, so forgive me if I really screw this up badly. Okay, so go in. Let's get this Attribution below me. Come on, dive. Oh, that didn't do half a lot of damage. Okay, trying to freeze him. Okay, he's frozen. Come on, come on. Die, 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 die. Come on. Jeepers, let's go. Kill, finally. Alright, this Nemesis is going to take me out here. Yeah, I don't stand a chance at all. Oh, there goes my weapons. Okay, what are we going to do next? Let's go with the Loki. We're already 3 beacons down against 1. I need to get some beacons here just to extend the match a little bit. Nobody is trying to go for this beacon over here. So let's grab it first. Hopefully they'll leave me alone for a little bit. Let's just even up the progress bar for the beacons a little bit. Okay, so going here, let's grab this beacon. Flip back and forth. Okay, let's go with that beacon over on the far right hand side there. Let's use some structure, whatever you can call these blocks of structure. Let's go grab this one, then we'll be 3 beacons to 2 on our side. At least it'll prolong this match a little bit more, but it's 6 players down to 2 now. Jeez. I don't think we're gonna last very much longer, but I'm gonna do my best. I still have this spot plus another 2. So now it's 2-2, okay, 3-2. So it looks like there's only 2 players left, including myself, on this map. Alright, so we'll grab this beacon here. We'll make it 4 beacons against 1. Let's do some firing against this Fenrir. Ooh, ouch, ouch. Okay, I gotta get back into stealth. Was it 3 against 1 now? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, again, this Fenrir. I'm not doing much freeze damage to him because of his front shield. Oh, gotta run, gotta run, gotta run. I'm gonna have to start fighting here. It's 3 against 1. Can I do any damage to him? Oh, very little. Okay, these Rime weapons, they don't really pack very much of a punch. That's for sure. This Fenrir is kicking my ass. Alright, I gotta run, gotta run. I can't get hit by the freezing weapons too much, or else this Loki will get slowed down. I'm just trying to see what I can... You see, these Rime weapons, they're not doing a heck of a lot of damage. Well, then again, the Fenrir does have quite a bit of resistance. Alright. Rinse and repeat. I'm gonna die here anyway, so... Alright, so he had a Fenrir, so... Time for me to drop him my Fenrir, see what we can do. I think I have the same setup that he does, but what's this here? Fire. So I think it's another Hades. Ay, ay, ay. Oops, oops. Come on. Gotta get covered, gotta get covered. Oh, screw it. Let's just go straight at him. His shield's down. Come on, come on. Take him out. I'm getting roasted here by that other Fenrir. I need to heal. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna lose. I already know, can tell I'm gonna lose this battle. I don't know exactly what he's running on his, but we got a tier coming in too. Alright, I gotta back off here. Yeah, it's 2-on-1. I still have one more bot to rely on, but I don't think I can take both these guys out. I should try and run, and I'm trying to get him last stand triggered. But now that tier's got in front of me, come on, switch over. Come on, just get his last stand. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, he put his shield up, damn it. Crap. And he healed too. Shoot. Oh, I definitely am going to lose this one now. Alright, last one is the Ares. The last thing I do, I'm going to take it one of these guys. I don't know which one. I'm not going to get both of them, but... Okay, make him use some... Ah, damn it, he's got some aphids or vortex or something on that thing too. Stupid tier. Maybe go for this guy. Okay. Come on. Okay, there's his last stand. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Take him out. Ah, crap, he got my last stand trigger. Damn it. It's one reason why I put the Corona and the Halo on this thing, but... I don't like these healing weapons, because what they do is they magnify the damage you take once you're frozen. I don't think Pixonic is learning their lesson about putting in... I don't want to say OP stuff, but... They're making some pretty ridiculous changes to the game, in my opinion. Look at what happened with the Ares and now the Leech. And I don't agree with these weapons. Anyways, I'm going to take at least one of these guys down if I can. Come on, I'm trying to hit the guy behind him, but he's staying in my way. Okay, so I got him out. See what I can do against him. I'm going to die here because he's got me frozen. Okay, well that's it for my bots. And they still had 2 players left. Jeepers. What the heck was my team doing? Like, why were we so far down? Well, we'll see here. We'll quickly look at the tail tapes, and I'll give my feedback on my opinion of these cryogenic weapons. Alright, so let's go here, look at the tail of tapes. What I do, 1.2 million damage, 6 kills. Second place overall for my team. Yeah, we had 2 people who basically just dropped in and that's all they did. And we had a third one who didn't do very much damage, only got 1 kill. So that explains why it was a bit of a battle. Anyways, so my final thoughts. I don't like the cryogenic weapons. I was trying to keep an open mind. They slow you down, and they increase the damage that other bots can give you. So, while you might not think that's a very big deal, these weapons basically kill all the speedy bots. I think all bots should be viable, and I don't think there should be anything in the game which completely negates other bots and other weapons. I've never liked, for instance, the lockdown ammo module that came into play. At least the lockdown weapons, there's supposedly a chance. Lockdown is instantaneous. And of course, you can counteract that by purchasing the premium anti-control module, which again, I didn't agree with at all. You look at the Ares. I'm going to go on a tangent here, but Pixonic has to start learning their lesson and listening to the player base. The Ares, we originally warned them, lots of us, that the Ares was going to be a menace on the field, and it was too powerful in the test server, and they did nothing, and look what happened. You had people running the Ares trains, and then they scrambled months later to try, once everybody is starting to own the Ares, mind you, and they've made their money, in my opinion, they've made their money from it, then they start trying to nerf it. Look at the Leech now. The Leech is incredibly overpowered, but imagine combining Leech with freeze weapons, or having teammates anyways that when you run a Leech that they have freeze weapons. So they freeze the enemy, you leech onto them, you get hit. That means they get the 35% damage directed to them, but also because they've been frozen, they have an extra, I think it's 40% damage increase. So now they're getting about 75% damage or so. Maybe, once you do the math, it probably actually reduces it to a little bit more, less than that. But anyways, you have increased damage to them from a Leech, which is incredibly OP in the game as it is already, because of the freeze effect. I don't think you should be doing additional damage to a player, because from the way I read it, it's that once a bot is frozen, it takes 40% additional damage from anybody. It doesn't have to be from you. It can be anybody that's firing at that same bot. So think of the death mark. This is basically has a freezing weapon with a death mark built in. And you can use it multiple times on multiple bots. As long as the bot gets frozen, it has a 40%, I'm pretty sure it's 40% damage increase from any weapons hitting it. I don't agree with it. At least it wears off, because I got frozen with the Loki, and then I went to myself, and it was able to wear off after a few seconds. I was able to get full speed. But from what I see, as long as weapons are hitting you, it doesn't wear off. Whereas you look at something like suppression or lockdown, you're suppressed or lockdown for 5 seconds or thereabouts, and then it wears off, and then you're immune to it for a certain amount of time. To me, it doesn't appear that this is the case for this particular weapon, that once you're frozen, as long as you keep getting frozen by people running these types of weapons, you cannot recover from it. You cannot get out of it. I think there should be some mechanism in place, like the lockdown as well as suppression, that it wears off after 3 or 4 seconds. You're immune for it for 5 or 10 seconds, so you at least have a chance to get away before you can be reinfected by the freezing mechanism. But overall, I actually don't agree with the weapon in general, period. But that's my thought. I'll give now my quick thoughts about the map. Sure, it's nice we have a new map, but come on, Pixonic. At least finish it a little bit more. I understand you don't want to put a lot of time in case you have to axe it. But the way it is right now, and you've had this habit before, especially with maps, of just putting them out there like this, it's a test server. The public has signed up to test. It should be in a more polished state. It doesn't have to be perfect. At least have some basic textures and stuff in it. Like, just not cylinders of brown and green and blues. Like, actually have it a little bit more finished. And this goes for all your test servers. Like, look at the last few weeks of the Titans. It's been screaming and excruciatingly buggy and laggy. You really need to put more effort into your test servers and polish them before you release them to the general public. How about you put some effort into something and actually release a test server just for the entire weekend, instead of like the last couple of weeks you've been splitting off into Saturday was one thing and Sunday was another. Well, why not scrap one of those, focus on fixing one of them, and get it to a point that it's a little bit more polished and it runs a lot nicer. The walking mechanisms, for instance, are fixed, so you're not gliding and stutter stepping everywhere when you're trying to go up or down slopes. So fix that, and then once you have it in a state that is somewhat stable, then move on to, for instance, the cryogenic weapons, and then fiddle or tweak that a little bit, then move on to the map, and then maybe put it all together in a single test server and have that for a few weeks and see how it all works together and how Titans work on it, etc. Like, do it piecemeal. Don't try to bunch it all together, because you're just creating more problems than you're solving. So anyways, that's my overview. I hope you liked it. If you did, thumbs up, leave a comment below, and until next time, cause some mayhem on the field for me.